Howdy folks, how are you this morning? Got a little situation going on with the truck. Sitting over here, obviously you can see where. Got the old cab jacked up. Ran over to get a load this morning, noticed something that I didn't like. Well, and we went to a cruise in yesterday and we ran over and I got fuel before and I seen something on the back tires there. And I thought, man, if I blew a wheel seal, I'm gonna be pissed because there's something, you know, on the tires and stuff. And I'm like sitting there looking around. I couldn't figure it out. It's all greasy and spray, but now it's all dry and stuff, so you can't see it. But I just had some stuff when I went to go pick this load up sitting on there, and I was like, what the hell is going on? You know, freaking out, thinking WTF. And so I'm pulling over there, and he's got a big ass puddle under the truck over Napoleon because I seen the line and stuff, and I'm like, great. So I've got an antifreeze leak somewhere, I figure out. So I start going through it, and let me get the old flashlight out here. Got a little rub right here situation going on, and that's about all I can pinpoint. I started the truck, didn't really see anything flowing out, but you could see it like dripping down, and I'm pretty sure that's about the only place it's at. So I'm going to just basically patch it up real quick until I can, you know, change the whole hose out. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I got 1, 2, 3 loads to do today, so I'm just gonna patch this up real quick, do some, you know, MacGyver stuff on the side of the road. He'll jack it up real quick with this little clamp blade I already got on there in that little piece of plastic. Well, it's like a rubber piece. Not sure exactly what it was from. Oh, you know what, I have some tools in the box over there, and it's like big old flathead, so that's what that was from. And I'm just going to use that right now and throw around it, and then, you know, clamp this down. Then I'm going to drop the cab back down and check the amount of antifreeze that I actually have in it, because I've got 2 gallons on me, but I'm at the Petro and I've got $170 some on my card. So, well, all the antifreeze I buy today is going to be free, even though I'm going to use that as a write-off one of these days when I get the taxes, because I will have the receipt, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, the sun is coming out. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's get you around the other side. It's gonna be a gorgeous day, that's for sure. And I would have been, you know, banging this stuff out, but you know, we got issues, we got to take care of them, because that's what we do. I don't want to sit there and be running this thing out of antifreeze and, you know, having no issues. So, you know, that's jacked up. Oh, look at that rise. Look at that sunrise. I wish I was at a better spot. Little quarter moon. Wish I was at a better spot to, you know, be able to get more of the sunrise. But, well, we're at a truck stop and we're doing it here. Went over, grabbed the load, seen I had the issue. So, you know, figured this is probably the best place for me. I'm still going to get the load because regardless, my boys work over in that shop over there. And that's where I go to get the tires and, you know, oil changes and stuff like that done. So somebody's gonna be coming in at 6 anyway, so I figured if I couldn't fix it on my own, they'd be over sometime soon, so we can get her handled. So I'm gonna take care of that real quick, and I'll get back with you in a few minutes once I get it done. Get your eyes on it so you can see what I'm talking about. So hopefully it takes care of the issue. Drop the cab back down, check the coolant, start dumping stuff in, and boogie on down the road, because like I said, I still got stuff to do. So until then, you know what we say. Well, got this all taken care of for now, I think. At least we'll see. I got to drop this down and dump some coolant in there and check the levels and stuff. But I just basically used some thread tape there, and then I had some flex tape that I put on top of it, and then I just tighten that thing down. So hopefully that takes care of that for now, until I can get another line and change it out, which they should be over here anytime. And maybe I'll just see if they got the hose and snag it. If not, you know, I'll pick one up. Ain't no big deal to me. Oh, here comes the sun, folks, big and bright. So I gotta drop this down real quick, check the fluids and stuff, fire it up, see if I got any more leakage, and roll out of here and get this day over with. So I'll be back probably, you know what we say. Till then. Well, folks, made her home. Just did that one run and shut it down. This thing was spitting out still too much. Oh, you can see some on the tank there, maybe, I don't know, right there. So this thing's gonna need a bath big time. But I got the hose off here, and it's in the back of the truck right now. I'm pretty sure that's that was the spot. Even though I tried to put that Band-Aid on it, didn't really help because, well, that was worn down and old cracking. So I'll get your eyes on it real quick. I'll show you the spot where it was at. Get this thing down here in a minute, because I threw it in the back of the brown truck real quick. Now right here, right there, get your eyes on that, rubbed right through, and that thing just cracked open as soon as I peeled it apart. But yeah, that's where it was leaking at. And right here's another spot. Actually, that I think was the original spot. That was another spot that was probably leaking. So I had two there that was just spitting out. So that's going to get replaced. Run up to the truck shop real quick, because they'll probably have that, and that's the closest place to me, and I haven't seen them for a few weeks, so I figure I might as well go bug them, because, well, that's the kind of guy I am. I like to bug people and stuff. So get that taken care of. Who knows how many gallons of coolant I'm gonna need. I've got 4.5 right now. I may pick up a couple from them just because I'm there, if they have them. If not, I'll just run over to Walmart, because I can get them the cheapest there. So it's what it is. So until then, we come back, we got this thing going, and we know we're good, not leaking anymore. You know what we say. Well, folks, just got back from the parts run. Went to the auto store, and I went to two actually, and picked up some fuel tank weld and some sealant. So we'll see if that works on the green truck on the flatbed, because, well, I'm just going to patch that for now. That way it's not leaking all over the driveway. I don't know if it will or not. Of course, it's Miller time. Went and cleaned the shelf at Walmart's, because they got this stuff at the cheapest. 7 gallons, 12 bucks a piece. The parts store I went to get the hose, they had it also, but the only issue was it was $19 there, so I opted to get the cheaper stuff, because, well, I can. And the guy says, I only have 3.5 foot of that. I said, give it to me anyways, because well, I could probably use it, because this one was a little bit longer, but so I should be fine with that. I'll make it work. If not, I'll run up to another store and get it, because he's like, yeah, it must be a shortage on this because this is all we got. I'm like, give it to me anyways. But oddly enough, I give him my phone number at the end when I'm getting ready to check out, and he says, Chad Keegan, that name sounds familiar. My son's Dodge out there has a Post-it with your name on it. And I said, well, maybe it's because I got a YouTube channel. So I figured that's probably what it was. So I told him about it, you know, and I talked about it, told him what I did on there and stuff like that, because I figured he'd like it. I actually talked to that dude about 3 years ago when I was first doing that truck and getting it ready. He was telling me about a place that I could lease onto over in Paulding, hauling flatbeds and stuff. But I was like, we'll see, you know. Took the number, but I never called him, because, well, I found something that was more close and local, and I didn't have to be gone, and I was home every day. So that's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to throw this on, and hopefully it'll work. You know, I'll show you the work afterwards. Hopefully everything will be cool, because there was 2 spots in that hose. That's why what I did patch didn't help any. You know, must have rubbed raw. The other day I was running to Marion, and I was hauling ass doing about 70. But, you know, stuff wears down after time. Just rub holes in there. So it's what it is. So I'll be back in a little bit to make sure that works, and I'll show you that, which you probably don't care about. It's what it is. So until then, you know what we say. Well, folks, I'm back here. That was quick. Didn't take long. Couple hose clamps, little screw, couple zip ties, and a little bit of protectant, because that thing did have 2 holes that rubbed. One, it was leaning up against this right here, and there's a little clamp back here with another line going through it that it was in, and I believe it had a hole. If not, it had rubbed up against here. That's probably why I had all the antifreeze on these and was dripping down the filters, because I was freaking out when this was happening, you know. So I had 2, so the one patch job didn't work because I was still leaking out. So now the only thing left to do is you know, and it's a little bit tighter, and I like this. It's far enough out of the way, it shouldn't be a problem, because they always go from the bottom anyways when they change the filters, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I'll say something to whoever's changing oil, say watch that hose, unless they want to replace it for free, because, well, I'm not going to replace, or I'm not going to pay for something somebody else messes up. This guy, had to put some tape on him, because I busted my head right here earlier, and took a big old chunk of hair out and stuff right there. Second time busted on that roto girder, so that was fun. But yeah, Now the only thing left to do is drop it down, add some coolant, fill her up, fire it up, check for any leaks. That way, you know, I can let the dispatcher know, sorry, that I'm good to go tomorrow and I can do some stuff. And tomorrow's gonna be a whopper. Didn't want to give me any loads, but she did give me 4, count them, 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different, all I gotta do is move chassis. So I'm basically bobtailing over to the ramp. I'm getting paid $50 to do that. And then I'm taking chassis 5 miles down the road and dropping them for 50 bucks a piece, because it's a minimum $50. So that's what I'm talking about. And maybe it'll pay more because it's for JB Hunt. But then now I know this is good. If she does have anything else, I can throw something else on there, because I did fill up yesterday. And I'm kind of going to eat some fuel surcharge this week, but it'll pay off next week, so it's not a big deal. So if I can get a couple extra things in while I'm, you know, while the getting's good and some easy stuff, I will. So I'm going to drop that cab down real quick, fill her up, start her up, and check it out. And, you know, I'll come back if everything's good, because then next thing I got to do is pull it up just a little bit, bust out the pressure washer, jack the cab back up, and wash that thing up, because, well, I don't want antifreeze sitting on my shit. So you know how it goes. So until then, you know what we say. Well, folks, this thing only took 3 gallons, surprisingly. Couldn't believe it. I figured it'd take more. I don't know what you guys use to put the antifreeze in, because you know how this is up here. That's hard to get to back there. You can't just dump the bottle in there. So I use this funnel with this hose on it because, well, that seems to work fine. And I've also hill-jacked a water bottle before I had that, because I used that for the Frankenstein. Hill-jacked a water bottle here and cut the end out and use that. And, you know, you can always keep those around because that actually works. So if you have to use something like that, use something like that. I'm curious to know what other people used to use when they were running K100s, or if you still run a K100, what you use to dump antifreeze in, because that thing seems to work the best for me. Make sure you get it all out, little drips here and there, but it's what it is. So, you know, now the only thing to do is wash the truck up, because I talked to the dispatcher, let her know everything was good. That way I can do those chassis moves tomorrow and make easy money, because, well, I like to make easy money, and you should too. If you can make easy money, I highly suggest doing it. So got 4 extra gallons of antifreeze, which I got 2.5 in the truck still, and I got 1 sitting over there, so I'll have plenty, you know what I'm saying. And I always try to carry what I can with me. That way, if something like that does happen, you know, I can just try to take care of the situation, or at least dump enough in there to where, you know, I'm not starving this block. And there was plenty in the block still. It was getting a little warm when I was coming home, you know, just pulling that empty and stuff like that, because it was just getting a little low, and it was probably hard to pump that stuff back in there. But you know, got it taken care of, so that's a win in my book. Always got to keep my eyes on stuff like that, because you never know. I'm the kind of guy, if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna fix it. But that's just something that happens over time. So, you know, always got to keep your eyes peeled on that kind of stuff, because you don't want to be the guy sitting on the side of the road. I don't know how much that would have cost if a shop would have done that. Probably a couple $100, because at least, you know, the antifreeze there isn't as cheap as what I got it for at the Walmarts. And who knows what they would have charged me for that hose. And then labor too, you know, it's $110 at the one shop for labor. Some places around here 95 bucks, about 110 plus the antifreeze. Probably been another you know, who knows what they would have tried to dump in there and charge me. So it's it all worked out for me, because I was able to still at least get 1 load in today, and then you know, do that stuff myself. So if you're handy, always do that kind of stuff yourself. That way you don't have to pay somebody, because that's how owner operators go broke, by paying somebody else to do their crap for them that they could easily do. So I'm gonna jack the cab up here and wash this thing up real quick. So this may be it for today. So hopefully you enjoyed, you know, problems with the truck, but we solved them, because that's what we do. Always working on stuff and taking care of business, because, well, that's what we got to do. Big wagon, blue truck, Betty White, brown truck, Cushman golf cart, and, well, there's the flatbed. May dig into that. I might take those mirrors off there. And if you haven't seen this yet, you're interested in this, I've got 3 videos going right now with this thing on there. They're in a playlist too, so I'll keep on dropping that stuff into playlists. But yeah, I might peel those mirrors off here in a little bit and try to dry that tank up some, and you know, see if I can't patch that, because well, it's an issue and we don't want stuff leaking all over. And then just start, you know, digging into it here and there when I've got time, because well, I'm always busy and you never know what I'm gonna do, so always got to stay tuned. So until the next time, you know what we say. Well, I'll be back because I'm gonna give some shout outs and stuff to some folks that have been commenting, subscribers, you know, other channels that I've been checking out. Trucker Style Sean, talked to him today on the phone for a little bit. Shouts to him. He shouts me out on his channel occasionally, so big shouts to him. And anybody else that, you know, has commented, where you're from, different states, different you know, different countries, because we got some different countries watching the channel and they're happy to see what I'm doing, so always appreciate that kind of stuff. So I guess until the next time when I come back and do that stuff and the truck's washed, you know what we say, we will see ya. Well folks, got the old blue truck all washed up, and most of that, you know, freezing stuff off. I'm sure once it rains the next time, if anything else that I missed will just come right off, but for the most part it's what it is. I'll have to start her up and move her back here pretty soon. And oh, just by the way, don't think I'm ever bragging about my stuff and what I've got. Started from the bottom, now I'm here, but most of the stuff is junk that nobody else wants, and well, if I can pick it up for a decent price, I will, because well, I like junk, so y'all know that. So don't think I'm ever bragging about anything, because I'm honestly not. It's just stuff that nobody else wanted that I got, so it's what it is. Let's go in here because I've got a list of people, channels, and different things that I'm going to go through and give shout outs to. You know, the honorable mentions, Trucker Style Sean, Not For Hire, and JC Smith. But some other ones I'm going to throw out here. I've got a list on here on this paper. Hopefully I can read my handwriting, and if I butcher your name, I'm sorry, but I appreciate it. Porter Productions, he has a channel and he does a lot of train stuff, so if you're into trains, go check him out. He also has an old Ford Cabover that they're working on. I think he told me him and his brother have, and they're working on, so if you want to, go check that out, because that's I watched one of his videos and that one was fun. Don McCord, he's got a 96 K100 that's purple, and he did the interior and stuff like that, and that thing is just gorgeous, so go check him out, because he's got a nice truck, that's for sure. And I think you'd like that. You'd appreciate what he's doing with that, because I know he runs that. Liquidox TV, just caught up with him the other day. Just flipping through some channels one late night, and he's funny. JP, he is a funny dude. I like him. So I'm going to try to get in contact with him sometime, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Exchange contacts, that way can talk to him. See if I can't give him some tips. I don't know how long he's been driving the truck or whatever, but he's got a International Eagle Cabover. You know, just try to help him out if he needs it, you know, and wants some tips or whatever. Always nice. Edwin Velasquez, he's got some international cabovers too and has a channel. So go check him out if you're into that. Big Charlie's Garage, he does like model trucks and stuff like that. I met him down when we were in Ashland, and he come over and talked to me for a little bit. You know, gave him some swag from the stuff from you know, the company and whatnot, and went over and checked him out. I've subbed to his channel because he's got some cool things in there, and he liked, you know, the stuff that I have, you know, the collectibles and stuff like that, so that was cool. Albie DiGiamarco, he's checking in from Zambia, Africa. Oh, that's far down there, and he's commented on a few of the videos, so big shouts to him. Let's see, we got Tito Morales, he's checking in from Mexico. He's commented on a few of the videos, so big shouts to him. Frank Rester, you know, he gets me. He actually enjoys the comedy of what I do in the videos. You know, some of the things I say and things like that, I laugh at myself, so I know it's good stuff. Susan Sullivan, she's checking in from the Land Down Under constantly, always talking to me about different things in the videos. Appreciate that stuff. Let's see, Don Hayes, he's checking in from the UK. He comments on a lot of stuff too, which is always cool, because, you know, there's a lot of things we have in common, even though we're completely different people from completely different places. So I always appreciate that. Paul Charles Bromley, he's from overseas. He's always checking in too. Joey Z, shout out to you. You like this stuff. I know you get me too. Let's see. Dave Dickey, aka Bone Crusher. Okay, if you've got a handle, send that over to me and I'll give you a big shouts. Probably one of the nicest comments I'd ever had on my videos and stuff like that. And I screenshot that thing and put that on Facebook because, man, that made me feel good what he had to say about me because, well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just being a humble dude. I'm down to earth. You know, I'll shoot you straight. I'm real. I'm not going to fake nothing. And if you don't like the real stuff, then I'm sorry. Go watch somebody that's fake. But definitely appreciate that one, Bone Crusher. Let's see where we got. Oklahoma checking it. Oklahoma. Let's see. We've got Oilfield Chucker checking in from Oklahoma. We got Texas checking. Alabama. We got Michigan constantly with the Outlaw Chucking Life. Oh, keep that going. We got Thomas Lee. I'm going to do a shoot for Thomas Lee on the wagon. He had commented on that. That's who I was talking about the other day. Not sure if I put that up or not, but he said he had one. So I'm going to do a special shoot for Thomas Lee on the wagon one of these days when I get around to it. And then we've got Jim Schneider. Those t-shirts are coming, buddy. Just keep it calm. Soon enough, folks, I'll be releasing those and letting you know how you can get one of those because, well, I'm making my own t-shirts with the blue chuck on it because why not? Sport that one. That was just an iron-on that I did a few years ago for the parade that we're getting ready to go to on Monday on, well, it's the 5th of July, but it's the 4th of July parade. And I made that shirt, me, the wife, and I made one for the grandson, but obviously he grew out of it. And occasionally we'll still sport ours out. I will when I'm just, you know, running around doing stuff outside. But I've got some professional stuff coming. Hopefully it looks good. Just waiting for the proofs to come in to where I can tell him if I like them or not. And then I've got to get a couple other things around, you know, like a vendor's license and stuff like that so I can sell them to you guys and figure out some kind of you know, page or something or somewhere to where I can send you to where it's easy for you to get them and it's not a hassle, you know, some kind of link. I'll figure that stuff out and I'll let you know as soon as they're ready. Trust me, that stuff's coming. Probably do one of the Frankenstein around Halloween once I get that back and get it all done. You know, if I start picking up business, you know, maybe we'll have one of the big wagon or maybe we'll have one of the flatbed. You never know what's going to come. Or maybe we'll just have one with a silly face of mine on there, you know, because some of my videos, for some reason, the thumbnail is me with a crazy face. Don't mind them, but it is what it is. So, you know, you never know what you're going to get from me. So it's one of those things that you just got to stay tuned all the time because you never know when I'm going to be giving you a shout out next. So appreciate everything I get from everybody, the comments, the likes, you know. Share if you want to, you know, tell your friends, subscribe. I know a lot of you guys are already subscribed, but if it's the first time you're seeing this, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you know when I post something new because I post something about every day, if not every other day. But yeah, get on that. Right there. Right there's where you go. Look at it, and you'll see the truck when you come out. So appreciate all the new subscribers, all the people that have been down since day one. Can't go wrong with that, you know. Always like the support. Appreciate that stuff. Humble dude, not trying to be anything that I'm not. So it's just a bunch of junk out here in my driveway that I'm showing the world because, well, people are interested and why not? Just a guy that likes to blab, I guess. That's what my wife said. She says your channel should be called Just Blabbing. You're just a guy blabbing because that's all you do. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But you know, big shouts to her because she loves me unconditionally. So even though I blab a lot. Well, that's going to conclude this for now. But, you know, until we get into something fun, probably do that parade because I've got a buddy over there, Matt Hurd, that I met when we went to the parade 2 years ago because last year they didn't have it because of COVID, you know, all that BS restrictions and stuff. But Matt Hurd I met over there. He has got a old school semi, and that is going to be a special treat. Monday probably I'll do a shoot with him on that. I've got to get a hold of him that way I know. And he actually, I could probably go over to his place, and he's a really interesting dude and does a lot of different things. And you know, once you see the truck, I'll talk more. You know, if you like the stuff that he's got going on, I'll see what I can do and, you know, get your eyes over there. That way you can get into that. But yeah, be on the lookout for that one on Monday or Tuesday. Just depends whenever I upload it, you know, get a chance to. Sometimes I get busy and things happen and I just don't upload the stuff when I should. So maybe it might be a day or two late, but I try to, it's like a blog or vlog of my life, you know, in a daily routine. So it's just what happens. And, you know, this is an unfortunate thing that happened today, but like I said, it's just something that happens with old trucks. Things wear out, parts break down. It's just what it is. You just got to fix it and keep plugging away. So always keep that in the back of your mind when something goes wrong. It's not the end of the world. Everything's fixable or replaceable, whether it's a part or, you know, a vehicle, you know, so it's what it is. All right, I'll stop blabbing now. So hopefully you enjoyed this and you like the content I'm putting out, because I try to give you some good stuff. So till the next time, you know what we say, we will see ya.